Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is playing out this new pattern in the short term, but in less than 24 hours from now, new CPI inflation numbers will be released, which could significantly affect markets in the short term. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment. Definitely stick around. First of all, starting off with the US CPI inflation numbers that will be released tomorrow. In fact, they will be released at 12:30 p.m. in the GMT time zone on the 13th of June, so around this time tomorrow. And as always, I'll be sure to tweet out the new numbers as soon as they get released. In fact, within a few seconds of these numbers being released, I always tweet them out over on my Twitter. So if you don't follow me over there, make sure you're doing that for real-time updates. And the link is down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But anyway, if we take a look at the expectations for the new numbers that will be released tomorrow, based on consensus, the majority are expecting for CPI inflation to drop down towards 4.1% year over year, and the trading economics forecast is predicting 4.3% year over year inflation. And this will be a drop from where we are right now, which is 4.9% year over year inflation. And so obviously, if we do end up dropping down to the low 4% area, that would be good news on the inflation front, because as most of you probably already know by now, the central banks like the Federal Reserve usually target 2% inflation year over year. And obviously, inflation has already dropped from that high at 9.1%. And if we potentially see this drop down towards around 4.1% to 4.3% tomorrow, then obviously that means we're getting a lot closer to the normal 2%, which potentially means rate pauses or even rate cuts, meaning interest rates either no longer going up or potentially starting to come back down, which is actually bullish for markets. And so this is exactly why the lower the inflation number is, the more bullish that should be considered, and the higher the inflation number is, the more bearish that should be, because it's all to do with the central bank and interest rates. So the central bank being the Federal Reserve in this case for the United States. And so basically, if we see the new CPI inflation numbers come in tomorrow below 4.1%, in fact, if they're anywhere in the 3% range, that should be very bullish for markets, at least just in the short term. But if we see the inflation numbers come in above expectations, so above around 4.3%, then in that case, that would be bearish for markets in the short term. As soon as those numbers get released, if we're above expectations, we should see a drop across the crypto market and also the stock markets. And generally speaking, the further the numbers are from expectations, the more volatile we will likely see markets in the short term. So basically, for example, if we see a 4% inflation rate tomorrow, then we could see a slight bullish movement. But if we see something like a 3.5% inflation rate tomorrow, then we would likely see a much larger bullish movement. And the same goes for the bearish side. If we see around a 4.3 to 4.4% inflation rate, then we could end up seeing a slight bearish movement in the short term. But if we see anything like 5%, then we would likely see a larger bearish move in the short term as soon as the numbers get released. And once again, as always, I'll be sure to tweet out the new numbers within seconds of them being released over on my Twitter, link down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But anyway, now getting into the Bitcoin part of this video, this is on the daily Bitcoin to US dollar chart, and basically not a lot has changed over the last one day. So we still have this area of support. Also, the price oscillators are still looking relatively bearish to neutral. And as for the shorter term trend and the longer term trend on the daily time frame, once again, nothing much has changed on this chart over the last one day. So if you're new to the channel, then make sure to check out my last 1 to 2 videos here on the channel if you want to know more about this chart. And the same goes for these daily Bitcoin Fibonacci levels from swing low to swing high. These have not changed over the last one day. And the same goes for this falling wedge pattern also forming on the daily time frame, because as of right now, the price of Bitcoin is still trading in between this support and this resistance. First of all, this support is currently sitting at around 25.5k, and this resistance is sitting at around 27.2k. And as always, a falling wedge pattern breaks out to the upside roughly around 7 times out of 10 and breaks to the downside around 3 times out of 10. So statistically, it is more likely to break out to the upside than to the downsides. And if we do end up seeing a confirmed breakout above that resistance, then that would set up a technical price target at the top of the wedge at around 30,500. But obviously, as of right now, considering we have not yet confirmed a breakout, obviously that technical price target is not active. It is not in play. But what is in play is this short-term bullish divergence currently playing out as it has been over the last 1 to 2 days or so, because obviously, as I mentioned in my last video, we have confirmed lower lows in the price of Bitcoin in the candle closes, while confirming higher lows in the Bitcoin RSI on both the 6-hour time frame and the 8-hour time frame. And so once again, this is simply a bullish divergence, meaning that we're due to see reduced bearish momentum just in the imminent short term. And so once again, as I said in my last video, I'll be expecting either some choppy sideways price action or a slight bullish recovery just in the imminent short term, as in potentially over the next 1 to 2 days, because that's simply the most common outcome from a bullish divergence. But with that being said, obviously in around 1 day from now, those new CPI inflation numbers could significantly impact the short term. So just keep that in mind. If we see something like a 5% inflation rate, then obviously this bullish divergence goes out the window. And now, even though we do have an active bullish divergence currently playing out in the short term, of course, the short term trend is technically more bearish than bullish, because we're still seeing lower lows and lower highs in the short term. So this is why I've been saying in recent videos here on the channel, yes, we're due to see a bit of a pause from this bearish price action due to this bullish divergence, but this does not necessarily reverse the trend all by itself. So for example, we could end up seeing a bit of a bullish recovery or a sideways consolidation before another leg to the downsides, considering we're still technically within a short-term bearish trend. And I would only start to flip more neutral or bullish again if we start to see confirmed breakouts back above these areas of resistance. First of all, if we break out back above this area, sitting in between around 26.1k to 26.5k, then I'll start to flip more neutral rather than just bearish in the short term, that is, because we'll be breaking back into this sideways price range. And then if we end up seeing a confirmed breakout above this area of resistance in between around 27.2k to 27.6k, then in that case, I'll start to flip much more bullish again, at least in terms of the short-term trend. But once again, right now on the daily time frame, the longer-term multi-month long trends that we've seen since November last year is technically still currently in play. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the daily ETH to US dollar chart, and the same thing can be said here about the longer-term trend since November last year, because obviously we're still seeing significant higher lows and higher highs in the price of ETH on the daily time frame, which is obviously an uptrend. But as always, during a larger bullish trend, we can experience short-term bearish price action and short-term bearish trends, just like how in a larger bearish trend, we can experience short-term bullish trends. And so once again, right now, we obviously are in a shorter-term bearish trend as the price is currently correcting in the short term, but at least for now, we haven't even seen the same sized correction from high to where we are right now as to what we saw back here during late February and early March. And for this to become the same sized correction from high to low, we would need to see a pullback into this area of support sitting in between around 1650 to 1.7k. And now if you're looking at the daily Ethereum price oscillators, as of right now, these are still looking more bearish than bullish, which once again is pointing towards a continued correction just in the short term. So I would not be surprised if we do actually drop into this area of support that I just mentioned. And now staying on the daily time frame, taking a look at these Fibonacci levels on the linear settings, we have the 38.2% Fibonacci level still sitting at around 1730, currently acting as a bit of short-term support. And speaking of the shorter term, zooming into the 6-hour ETH to US dollar chart, obviously this pattern is still currently active, with this active price target sitting close to 1.6k, more specifically around 1610. But with that being said, as I mentioned in my last 1 to 2 videos here on the channel, the 6-hour Ethereum RSI was sitting in oversold territories, which means just in the imminent short term, we have limited room to the downsides. And so instead, I was expecting just in the imminent short term for the price to take a pause from all of this bearish price action and instead actually play out either a sideways consolidation or a slight bullish recovery to potentially help reset this RSI, which could give us some more room to the downside later on. So as always, these price movements normally do not move in a straight line, and instead it's actually very normal to see these sort of consolidations halfway through these movements. And now something else to point out here on the 6-hour ETH to US dollar chart is the fact that right now a bullish divergence is potentially confirming, because obviously we have lower lows in the price of ETH in the 6-hour candle closes while also forming higher lows in the 6-hour Ethereum RSI. And so this essentially means the same thing for ETH in the short term as to what I said for Bitcoin in the short term yesterday, meaning we're likely going to see a bit of a break from this bearish price action in the imminent short term, as in potentially for the next 1 to 2 days or so, meaning just in the imminent short term, we're likely going to see either a slight bullish recovery or a bit of a sideways consolidation, kind of like what we've seen over the last 1 day. But remember, we cannot forget about those new US CPI inflation numbers being released tomorrow, because depending on what those numbers are, they can significantly impact the short-term price action. So just because a bullish divergence is potentially playing out right now, this could perhaps only play out up until those CPI inflation numbers get released, because if those numbers turn out to be really bad, obviously we could see a short-term dump, or if those numbers turn out to be really good, we could end up seeing a short-term pump depending on the numbers. But no matter what direction the price takes, whether we're looking bearish, bullish, or simply neutral, you can still make money in crypto by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money automatically no matter what direction the price goes, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money in a sideways price range. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.